The countdown to Apple's next iPhone has officially begun now that worldwide development conference is over and iOS 26 is in beta. People are already saying that the iPhone 17 will be one of the greatest advancements from the tech giant in years. It will be out in September. Apple showed out iOS 26 at its developer conference earlier this month. It has a dramatic overhaul with a new liquid glass style and a set of Apple Intelligence capabilities, including live translation, faster call management, and on-screen awareness. The keynote speech was mostly on Apple Intelligence, but there was no mention of the major Siri overhaul. Recent sources say that it's still in the works and that many of Siri's more sophisticated features won't be available until 2026. As the software becomes better, everyone is now looking at the iPhone 17 itself. Here's what we know so far about Apple's new phones: the ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air, better front cameras, a matte finish, and maybe even a purple colorway. The release date of the iPhone 17 is by far the simplest thing to guess about it. While Apple's release strategy has altered in recent months, its iPhone releases still come every September like clockwork. Apple usually always reveals its new range of smartphones on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in the second week of September. To give you an idea, the iPhone 16 was unveiled on Monday, 9 September 2024, the iPhone 15 on Tuesday, 5 September 2023, the iPhone 14 on Wednesday, 7 September 2022, and the iPhone 13 on Tuesday, 14 September 2021. The newest iPhone is always then available to pre-order on the Friday of that same week, before going on public sale a week later. To break it down simply, I'm anticipating Apple to introduce the iPhone 17 in the second week of September, presumably somewhere between 8 and 10 September, with pre-orders going live on Friday, 12 September. The iPhone 17 lineup might possibly be announced on Friday, 19 September. So, how much may the new phones cost? iPhone price speculations are seldom all that credible. Every year, leakers and experts forecast a price jump, and every year Apple seems to stand strong. But that could eventually change in 2025. In May, the Wall Street Journal said that Apple was intending to boost iPhone pricing later this year. The internet giant apparently aims to ascribe the raise to new features and design improvements, rather than tariffs, in a bid to avert political wrath. In the same month, Donald Trump threatened to put a 25% duty on any iPhones made outside the US. Apple has already transferred some manufacturing to India, helping it dodge prior taxes, but this current threat might potentially affect worldwide price by the time the iPhone 17 ships. As for specifications, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman revealed in March that the iPhone 17 Air, which is likely to replace the Plus model, would cost the same as the iPhone 16 Plus, $899 in the US and £899 in the UK. That might make it the most cheap of the new devices, despite its thinner form and possible battery trade-offs. As for the display, Majin Buu, a leaker with a questionable track record, said back in September 2024 that Apple was developing an iPhone with the volume and action buttons consolidated into one single button. It might operate similarly to the capacitive camera control button found on the iPhone 16 Pro. The largest design update seems expected to happen with the iPhone 17 Air. In March, famed leaker Ice Universe stated that the phone might be only 5.5mm thick smaller than any iPhone Apple has ever issued. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo revealed this year that it would have only a single 48 megapixels back camera in a new horizontal pill-shaped camera bar, and strangely, Apple Track reported in late April 2025 that it will contain a USB-C connection that's somewhat off-center to allow the smaller body. The gadget is also believed to include a 6.6-inch OLED display with ProMotion, Dynamic Island, and Face ID. As for the remainder of the lineup, a fairly early report from Haidong International Securities analyst Jeff Pu, published in May last year, suggested that the iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Air, and iPhone 17 Pro would employ a sophisticated aluminum design instead of the titanium frame featured on the 16 Pro. The 16 and 16 Plus already employ aluminum, but the 16 Pro doesn't. Pu did imply the iPhone 17 Pro Max may keep the titanium frame, however. It's a drop in materials that I'm hoping won't come to reality, but another claim released by The Information in September lends validity to the leak and indicates that all four devices will feature an aluminum frame. The rumor adds that the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max would similarly flaunt an aluminum upper back half, but the lower half will be glass, purportedly because wireless charging doesn't function with a metal rear. Again, that would be a substantial drop from the all-glass back on the iPhone 16 Pro range right now, depending on how it's executed. There will also be a bigger rectangular camera bump, making the 17 Pro seem more like a Google Pixel. In December, a semiconductor insider published a graphic of what the next frame may look like on X. In April 2025, Majin Buu stated that the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max may arrive in a new sky blue color, a softer hue comparable to the newest MacBook Air. This would follow last year's desert titanium finish and pastel iPhone 16 hues like teal and ultramarine. Most recently, on 20 June, Buu posted another leak stating that Apple is also testing two new pastel purple and green hues for the basic iPhone 17 models. Both are allegedly still in contention, but only one may make the final cut. Purple is believed to be the leader, defined as a vibrant and modern hue, crafted for those seeking a device with bold personality, while green provides a more subdued, natural tone. These might replace some of the iPhone 16's hotter color selections, including pink or ultramarine. Jeff Pu said in his May 2024 report that with the exception of the iPhone 17 Air, the iPhone 17 range would have the same display size as the iPhone 16. If correct, it implies the iPhone 17's display will measure 6.1 in, the iPhone 17 Pro will sport the same 6.3 in display, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max would still measure 6.9 inches. Pu says that the iPhone 17 screens would be more scratch-resistant and have a better anti-reflective coating, but that speculation has now been taken back owing to alleged manufacturing concerns. One early 2024 report from the Elec, a media organization focusing in Korean electronics, states that the non-Pro versions will gain the Pro's always-on display for the first time, and that they'll also have promotion LPTO technology, giving it a dynamic refresh rate. Leaks concerning the iPhone 17's performance are starting to leak out. According to Bloomberg's Gurman, all models will utilize an A19 processor, while the Pro and Pro Max will sport an enhanced A19 Pro chipset. All four phones are also reported to launch with 12 gigs of RAM, a step up from the 8 gigabytes present in the iPhone 16 Pro to handle future Apple Intelligence capabilities. The iPhone 17 Air will also allegedly have Apple's own C1 modem and won't have a SIM tray, even outside the US. Wi-Fi 7 functionality is anticipated over the whole range. The Pro versions might possibly incorporate a redesigned vapor chamber cooling system to aid with heat dissipation. In an August 2024 report, Jeff Pu stated in a research note that all four iPhone 17 models would include a 24 megapixels front-facing camera, a superior lens than the 12 megapixels front-facing camera on the iPhone 16. It's a rumor seconded by trustworthy leaker Ming-Chi Kuo in January 2024. In October 2024, Pu added that the iPhone 17 Pro will include a 48 megapixels telephoto snapper with 3.5x optical zoom and a revamped triple camera array that runs horizontally across the back. According to a YouTube video from Front Page Tech broadcast in April, the Pro models may also acquire a new video recording capability, letting users to capture footage from both the front and back cameras at the same time. It's rumored that it would enable you overlay a selfie taken over outward-facing film, a great tool for vloggers or artists. In February 2025, Majin Buu presented fresh renderings of the iPhone 17 lineup, this time showing the camera array. In the renderings, the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max may be seen having a triple camera system set horizontally over the top. The standard iPhone 17 will keep to its two vertical cameras, while the iPhone 17 Air will sport only one single camera. Mark Gurman predicted in March 2025 that this would be a 48 megapixels camera on the iPhone 17 Air. While you may believe that a smaller iPhone 17 Air would imply a lower battery life, Mark Gurman reports that the battery life of the iPhone 17 Air will be on par with current iPhones, presumably the entry-level iPhone 16. This will be done, he adds, owing to several hardware and software optimizations, including the adoption of Apple's C1 modem, present in the iPhone 16e a higher density battery, and the absence of an ultra-wide camera, leaving more space within the phone for something larger. According to a report in The Information, the iPhone 17 Air's ultra-thin design will come at a cost to battery life, with just 60 to 70% of users likely to make it through a full day without recharging. That's a big decline compared to the 80 to 90% average found on comparable models. With a smaller battery crammed into its compact chassis, Apple is apparently intending to provide a separate battery cover, possibly an additional purchase. But in May, Bloomberg claimed that the iPhone 17 Air might employ a new silicon anode battery manufactured by Apple supplier TDK. The business is anticipated to begin exporting the improved cells by the end of June, ahead of schedule, perhaps allowing Apple enough time to use them in the smaller device. The new innovation might help increase battery life despite the lower physical footprint. With reports pointing to a thinner iPhone 17 Air, design adjustments throughout the lineup and possible enhancements like a 48 megapixels front camera and ProMotion seeping down to non-Pro versions, the iPhone 17 might signal one of the most exciting updates in years, assuming the leaks are accurate. Pricing could not remain unchanged this year, with rumors predicting rises connected to additional design expenses and probable US tariffs. The switch back to metal on the Pro versions could seem like a step down, and although a new sky blue color choice might freshen things up, the iPhone 17 Air's single camera and speaker likely divide opinion. A new silicon anode battery might help balance out its thinner form, but the greatest uncertainty is Apple Intelligence, with key functions still postponed until 2026. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.